welcome to MTV Prime, and here I am in Munich, joined by the Cult themselves. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hi.
We've just seen your first hit single.
Yes.
Do you still remember?
Our only hit single.
Do you still remember what it was like in the beginning?
What, to have a hit?
First time in the chart.
Very exciting. That was a really exciting time because at the time, the only person who believed in that song was Billy. Nobody wanted to put that song out except for Billy. Billy said, we have to put this song out. I was grumbling about it, the record company was grumbling about it, and Billy said, no, this is the song. This is the one that's going to do really well for us. And strangely enough, it did.
Right, and then you have to deal with
It's a miracle.
stardom, what you can't really learn anywhere.
No.
Your ups and downs and stuff. How did all that go?
First taste of heavy pressure being a public figure.
Right.
That's where it started, I think.
Yeah, that's when we were known. We got on like in the newspapers and stuff, you know, a lot. So it was a little bit more exciting. But it was interesting, you know.
Was it difficult? Like, what was the most difficult thing basically about all this fun?
I don't know, probably living with the consequences for the next few years, you know what I mean? Because we had a certain image and people took it a certain way, that one song. The sort of like neo-psychedelic kind of thing that it was supposedly portrayed. I mean, the video itself was basically our first serious video, and we just did the only thing we could think of doing, which was put some oil lamps up, right? Remember? It wasn't like a big conscious decision to go psychedelic, and since then everybody's always had this thing about it.
Okay, we'll be talking some more, but first, here's the new YouTube video, The Fly, and in fact, today, the album Achtung Baby is released, so do check it out if you're into that. Of course, we're still in Munich together. Now, you told me you actually fancy more warmer weather, right? When you hang out in LA quite a lot.
Yeah, we spent some time there. We did this new album ceremony there.
Right, like that's, well, the capital of rock and roll in America. And how, I mean, do you enjoy
I think it's the capital of rock and roll in the world, which is probably why we gravitated there to spend some time. After the Electric album that we did, we felt we needed to basically spend more time in America and concentrate our career in that part of the world. So we did that, even though Sonic Temple was done in Vancouver. We basically did all the rehearsals for it in LA and stuff.
Do you hang out with the whole rock scene, bikers and all that?
No.
You have a Harley?
No.
Yeah. Why not then?
I used to have a Harley. I used to have a Norton as well.
Well, we have the major LA export coming up, that's Guns N' Roses, and in fact they also supported you once.
That's right.
They certainly did.
We gave them a break.
What are they like? I mean, what do you think of them now?
They're very nice.
I heard they're really bad.
Are they very bad? I don't think anyone's truly bad, you know.
No, so they seem pretty much the same. It's really, you know, just give any average sort of 20-odd-year-old male the keys to the kingdom and a few $1 million to go and party with, and you know what I'm saying. It's just a question of degree. They're pretty much the same guys, actually, from what I can remember back to then. And there was a bit of drinking going on in those days, so it was a bit of a difficult time. Remember that tour? It was a lot of drinking going on anyway. So, I mean, you know, they seem very similar.
I mean,
but richer probably.
do you like their music?
Very loaded question. Do you want an honest answer? In all honesty, personally, I've always only ever liked about half the stuff they do, and I think half of it's rotten. But
Well,
that's just the truth. That's the truth, and half of it's really good. So.
Okay. So Cry is coming up right now. That was right half for you.
Yeah, the good art.
And welcome back to MTV Prime. We're still here with the Cult in Munich. And I was just going to ask, well, how's your tour going at the moment?
Well,
yeah?
very nice. Very nice.
You missed Europe at all?
Parts of it, yeah.
Yeah, like what?
I don't know, one thing I really miss is just sort of like pottering around. I like pottering around. You know, getting away from the gig and getting away from the hotel and just walking around. I like absorbing the culture of Europe.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. You miss that in the United States if you tour there. I mean, it's a lot of fun to actually play in America, but after a while you get a little bit starved culturally, I think.
What do you actually prefer, playing small venues or gigantic arenas?
There's a sort of, to me personally, there's like a medium-sized place that's about 6,000 or 7,000 people.
That's good, that's comfortable.
Which is comfortable.
Yes. It's really comfortable.
When you get them all going, you get beyond that, and you get to like we've done shows to like we did one show in Canada where there was 25,000 people came to see us. So you know that was a little bit ridiculous. That was in a baseball stadium. That was like a cult headline show. So we pretty much have the whole spectrum as a band, which is quite unique. It's not like we have a very up and down. So we can tell you about all the different types of gigs.
Later. Are you also going to include Edie on
We do Edie, yeah.
Yeah?
We do a different version in the record as well.
Because we're going to see the video.
Like an acoustic version. The song, which is the original, the way we did it originally. The song is about one of Andy Warhol's actresses called Edie Sedgwick. And I was kind of writing it from the perspective of somebody who'd been to the top and dealt with the pressures of being in the public eye and the limelight, and being such a sensitive person, eventually succumbing to drugs and alcohol, and then passing away. Because at the time when I was writing, I was going through a very similar experience.
All right, that was Prince, one of my personal favorites actually. What kind of music do you like?
Well, take a wild, crazy guess. Rock music, mostly for me.
I like all kinds of stuff. I like Seal a lot at the moment. I like a lot. Seal, Lenny Kravitz, Nirvana, Soundgarden. I like a lot of the new Guns N' Roses album. Some of it I think is a bit filler, but I like most of it. There's a lot of good stuff in there. It's a very difficult question to ask, you know. Especially being a musician, you tend to be a little bit biased somewhat, you know, and think that what you do is the best thing, but I'm also a big fan of music.
Let's talk about your album then.
Yes.
Ceremony. Why don't you just tell us a bit about it?
Ceremony, recorded in Los Angeles. Whole idea with this album, one of the things that we felt was neglected, not only with our sound, but also rock music in general, was like rhythm section. Rhythm seems to be going out of rock music, and it's sort of like, you know, the roll had gone out of the rock and roll, in a sense. People were really concentrating more on melodies, as opposed to like the overall thing, you know. The melodies are very important, but also if you haven't got the backbone, then it doesn't project as well.
It was definitely a co-production, this one. We didn't just put it on there to gratify our own egos. I mean, Richie Zito came in and did a good job to help us out because we were in a place where we had to make the record. And due to various circumstances and indecision, we couldn't do it. I mean, we really would have probably done it with Bob Rock again, who we both have a great deal of respect for.
Yes.
And we might well work with Bob Rock again in the future, I don't know. It wasn't that, it literally was a problem with the Metallica record. He was so deeply involved in it. They didn't know when it would finish, you know, which decade that they'd get finished with it. So that was that, really.
Okay.
You know.
We're going to see Extreme now. I hope you like them.
Oh, they're lovely.
Bit of rock and roll.
Yeah, which song's this?
Wholehearted, he's got a Cult t-shirt on.
Yeah, he's wearing a Cult shirt.
Oh, Nuno's got a Cult t-shirt on with the crosses up.
There you go. And actually, they will be my guests tomorrow on MTV Prime.
You can ask him about the shirt.
Ask him about his shirt.
We're going to see your first video from Ceremony in a moment, but I hear that you're just about to shoot a video in Spain for a new single.
Yes.
Hopefully, yes, in Barcelona.
Nice.
We're going to do a video, hopefully, for the new single, Heart of Soul, if it comes together. I think it's going to happen.
Have you got any plans yet how to do it? Like, is it a live video? Or?
No, that's one thing. I think, you know, it's kind of getting a bit long in the two performance videos. I think with Wild Hearted Son, we just felt so comfortable doing performance videos. Just pretty much show the essence of what we do live. You know, it's a very comfortable thing, not getting into sort of any really heavy-duty conceptual stuff. Although there was a little bit of, you know, footage we used of an American Indian fancy dancer in that, which was part of the sentiment and aspect of the song we wanted to project.
Yeah, why?
American Indians. This has been something that's quite well documented on me. Just a personal fascination I've had since I was a child. I was brought up in Canada for several years, and at that time, being an immigrant kid, I felt very much apart from most white kids I was going to school with. And we went on a trip to an Indian reservation. I just felt a lot more closer to what their lifestyle and their spiritual beliefs. Just seems so much more in harmony with earth and life, as opposed to, you know, what I was being told at school. Okay,
well, we're going to see this video now, and unfortunately we have to say goodbye. That's it for MTV Prime from Munich with the Cult. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Toodaloo.
And here's Wild Heart.